womp, womp. Heidi ho, and welcome to Pardon Me, Alex, the only lumberjack basketball podcast on the market.
Only one.
'Tis I, Alex, of Pardon Me, Alex, and that's
Jax.
That is her. She is the Pardon Me, Alex, and we're here. We're here to talk about. So yesterday we talked about the good game, the win. Tonight,
not a good game, but it was.
Well, again, win's a win, right? Tonight, though, we have the pleasure of discussing the game on Saturday versus Tarleton, which turned out to be not so great of a game. Had moments, but didn't really end in our favor. But we will make this quick and painless. That way we can let go, move on, and get ready for the game tomorrow night in the Sawmill. So, Jacqueline Noel Parton, take it away.
Alrighty. So the general history background info between us and Tarleton, it doesn't even seem accurate because going into this game we had 10 wins, 3 losses, and I feel like every time we've played them recently, they bested us. So anyhow, but there it is.
Yeah.
The last matchup we had against them was this season in November at home, and we lost by 2 points, 66-68. The largest margin of victory we've ever had against them was 126-86. 1972, before either of us was even close to being born.
Yeah. I feel like those 3 losses we have suffered, those are the most recent ones in recent memory. So that's why it just doesn't feel accurate, you know?
Agreed. The smallest margin of victory was 65-60, and that was in February of last year.
So they've been increasingly getting better as time goes on. They have a lot of, I will say, like Tarleton has a lot of resources. They have a lot of money backing. Like they have.
You wouldn't think so from their gym, because it is a gym. It is not a coliseum.
I know. But like they just built a few years back, like a brand new football, football stadium area. I don't know. For some reason, they're getting things done over there, and I don't really know what to put the finger on for the reasoning. But
I think they're much bigger in football in that area, though. So
no, yeah, they are for sure. I just, but like with their basketball team, like they've just been increasingly getting better, and obviously the coaching is a big difference. I mean, like their coaches, you know, well, their current head coach is actually on temporary leave for health issues, but they've been playing really well under their interim, I guess, head coach, I guess you could say, if you would call him an interim head coach. Yeah. So playing very well. So I will give them some props. That'll be the only time I do that.
Yeah. Well, you want to catch us up on the WAC standings?
Sure, no problem. Make it quick and painless here. Even though we won 1, lost 1, there isn't too much of movement in the actual regular standings. We're still situated number 4, right below Grand Canyon, Tarleton, and California Baptist. I'm telling you, Tarleton, they're playing really well this season. Grand Canyon, whatever, they're lights out, so they're just I'm not even going to consider them anymore. So they're at 11-1. Tarleton's at 8-3 overall. Like I said, they're playing really well this year. CBU is 6-4, and we're right below them at 6-5. There's actually a 3-way tie for 4th place at 6-5 with us, UTA, and that will come into obvious play on Saturday because we're playing at UTA, so that's a big game. And then Seattle U, because UTA is right on our hills, literally right on our hills. I mean, we have a little bit of an edge over them with our overall standings and our overall points percentage. But other than that, they're literally right on our ass, literally breathing down it. Got Seattle U at 6-5, and then there's 3 teams at 4-7. Utah Valley, Southern Utah, Utah Tech, and then you got Abilene Christian at 3-7. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That's just surprising. Yeah, I don't know. Very surprising that Abilene Christian is struggling. They are usually right up there at the top, right next to us. So just having a rough year this year. And then last but not least, unfortunately, UTRGV is there at the bottom. So at the moment, it seems like Utah Tech, but again, I don't, well, let me go over to the resume seating because it's a whole different story. So Grand Canyon still in first. No one's going to catch them. Tarleton State slowly inching up there. But they're also still really far ahead of everybody else at 7 points. Tarleton State is at 1 point.
Woo.
I know.
God.
I know. Grand
God.
Canyon has 7.70 points. And then the next closest is Tarleton at 1.1.
That's so wild.
I know. Seattle U is in the third spot with 0.66 points. And then there's us. We're in fourth place, which is where we have been for a few weeks. So we haven't really moved a lot there, but we are in fourth place with negative 0.39 points. And then UT Arlington is right below us at negative 0.68 points. So really important that we win. Because UTA is right below us, breathing down our necks. So as it stands at the moment, 8 teams obviously get into WAC Vegas. So the 3 teams that are looking outside looking in are Abilene Christian, Utah Tech, and UTRGV. So, which is who we play tomorrow, UTRGV. And that is the current WAC standings.
Alrighty, so for this game, our starters, Jalil.
Hey, Antonio!
Hey, I was literally just about to say, is it a coincidence that ACU's like tanking this year right as Antonio left?
Probably, because that's our boy. And clearly they need some help.
Yeah. We miss you too, Antonio. Hope you're doing
miss you, buddy.
So yeah, for starters, we had Jalil, Trell, Matt, Cece, and Clayton. We did lose 75-64, and their attendance was 2,140 supposedly in that high school gym. I'm not buying it. Sorry.
Yeah, I've never been there. You've been there, so you know how big it is truly. I mean, from what the videos look like, it looked like a decent crowd, especially from student side as well. But again, I don't know because I've never been there.
It's not big.
Okay.
All right. Anywho, Sean Kennedy's stat section. The lead did change 3 times, so we made a few runs for it. Our field goal percentage was 41.2, which was about 10% less than what they shot. Our 3-point percentage was 31.6, which is good. It is good, but when they're shooting 55% from the 3-point line, not a lot you can see there. Free throw percentage was in the gutter at 61.5, and they were shooting 74. Our points in the paint, we had 26. Not terrible, but not where we like it. Our points off turnovers, we only had 9. They had 22.
That kills me right there, man.
Our second chance points, we had 20, which is that's great.
Pretty good.
Huh?
I said, yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Our fast break points, we only had 2. They had 25.
Yeah, again, I feel like that's like those 2 stats really tell a story there.
Our bench points, we had 14. And our rebounds, we had 36, which we did way out rebound them. They had 23 rebounds. total. So we had 14 offensive boards, 22 defensive boards. We had 18 fouls. Sorry, dying over here. We had 20 turnovers. They had 16 turnovers. We had 8 steals. They had 16.
Oof.
Hope all is well. Still a fan of the pod. We love you.
We're still big fans of you, Antonio. We miss you.
Big fans.
Big fans.
So yeah, we only had 8 steals. They had 16. We did have 2 blocks. Our game leaders, we had Trell leading the way with 23 points, 4 steals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Right behind him, we had Jaleel with 15 points, 5 rebounds, 1 block. We had Matt with 7.7 rebounds and a steal, and we had Frank with 6.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal.
Love those. I tell you what. I mean, come on. Player of the game. I know we probably agreed on it, so let's just go ahead and tell everybody.
Hands down, Trell kept us in this game.
Trell put his team on his back and literally tried to drag us across that finish line. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Down to the last minute.
Legitimately. Down to the last millisecond. My hat is off to you, Trell. It really, really, truly is. I mean, obviously, we love him beyond thought. But he did all he could. He did all he could. He really, truly did all he could to keep us in this game, to give us an opportunity, to give us a chance. And unfortunately, just didn't have enough in it, enough time, enough whatever you want to call it to get us there. It's a team sport for a reason. So,
yeah, no, he did excellently. Before we dive into the feats of strength, though, I do have to give him a few Robisms for this game since the first time around, all I could do was listen to it because Sunlink sucks. And I finally switched over to Vexus. So if y'all are wondering why I haven't disappeared in the middle of a pod, the last episode, this episode, that's why.
Yeah. So for any of our new listeners or people that haven't listened in a while, tell them what your Robisms are so the people are familiar.
So, anytime that we play an away game that Alex and I can't venture off to, when I watch it live on ESPN, I mute their commentators and I listen to Rob commentate the game because, I mean, he's the best, hands down, and he has the funniest little one-liners with his dry sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to share it with y'all. Then when I do watch, I listen to their commentators because I kind of listen to both. But
right, you got to have it equal.
Rob live. So, man, he had some zingers this game. Oh my gosh, so funny. So he was talking about something that's I was frazzled trying to like unplug the router, replug the router, restart the router, all this stuff. So I missed the first half of this. He was talking about something that stinks. I don't know if he was talking about the way we were playing at the beginning or if it smelled in the Wisdom Gymnasium, because it is a gymnasium. But anyway, talking about how bad something stunk. And he said something about like that, like the old men from Alto would say, knocked the buzzard off the gut wagon.
Okay, that's good. That's just one of those classic like East Texas sayings.
I've never heard that in my life, but like I'm gonna have to add it to my list of country sayings that are hilarious.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh. Then there was a turnover that Tarleton made where one of their players like just straight up passed it to the referee. And he like called him by name. I can't remember which one it was. We'll just say Joe. He was like, well, he passed it to Joe. He's an official. Doesn't count. Turnover. Then there was, oh my God, one possession. I mean, we ran down almost the whole shot clock. I don't remember who shot it. Doesn't matter. Someone took a 3. We missed it. He said So the Jacks take about 25 seconds to miss the three. I mean,
He's so savage.
I can't even like tell y'all all of the great things that he says. You have to listen to him. So then towards the end, he says, if the Jacks were making free throws, you'd say they have a chance. But
he's so savage. He's so savage.
And the last little zinger, he's like plugging the coach's radio show at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he was like, we'll be at Buffalo Wild Wings to talk about something.
I'm telling you, I aspire to be that level of like, it's not even petty because it's not malicious. It's just like,
it's just such a sarcastic dry wit. Like
it's yeah, like I feel like I'm pretty sarcastic and dry, but like that is like Sahara dry.
It's the driest thing ever. Like, because he says everything just monotone. Hello, Corey.
Not sure what Corey's saying there, but we'll let it go. We'll let it go. What a guy. What a guy. Yeah, we love Rob and we love what he does. He's the best at what he does. And props to you for all the hard work you put into each of your broadcasts, bud. We tip of the cap to you.
It's so good that I have to make notes of these little one-liners.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump right into the feats of strength. I mean, the first one has to be Trell. I had so many notes on Trell.
Yeah, let's just dive into Trell. Like I said,
he did it all this game because
literally,
like I said, every single episode he can hit the three, but if he's not hitting, he can do everything else. But he was doing it all this game. He was 3 of 4 from the 3-point line. He had multiple great drives, steals, 4 steals, 2 assists, 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
He was rebounding. He only had 1 personal foul too, and he played 36 minutes, 1 personal foul. That's pretty freaking good.
Very good. He had a step back that was a deep 2. He had a beautiful little sidestep 3. Some of these drives, I mean, he was making drives this game that are his like drives where you're just like, how does he even get it in there? Like,
yeah,
how did he make that? But they did give him props for having the best free throws in the WAC.
They did. I remember them saying that multiple times.
At like 92%. He had 1 3 that was literally so deep. They were like 8 feet. They even said he was like 8 feet behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, he's good for that.
He made that 3 with a minute and a half left. I mean, he was trying to like dig us out of the trenches. Great game. And we always laugh, and this is not like any shade to that, like he doesn't make it in the game, he only makes it after the whistle blows. It's just funny because literally every game there's at least like 2 or 3 shots where he shoots it after the whistle, and there were like 2 of them. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just not public. P.S. Rob is awesome. Okay, I think I'm late to the party. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you after the podcast is over because it is just not public. But yeah, Rob is awesome.
Yes, he is. Yeah, there were like 2 shots during this game, like way behind the 3 that he made after they blew the whistle.
Yeah.
Yes, no matter what, heart, basketball, axe, heart, hug.
That's a lot of emojis, but same here, Mom. No matter what.
Yeah, yes.
Trell, okay. I again, loss of words. He's such an integral part of this team. He is the glue. He is the spark. He's everything, honestly. He's everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say the commentators did say that a couple of times. So
yeah, they were giving him his flowers, which again, rightly and duly, divvied out. I just wish it could have been enough to get everybody else, onto the party, make some stops, and take a dub out of Tarleton. But You know, these things happen. Like I said, Tarleton's been playing like lights out, like their butts on fire. And when you're hot, you're hot. Like, there's not much you can do there. Yes, Mom, he was the silencer. He was the silencer.
Sure was. So my first general, sorry for coughing on you guys. My first general feat of strength was we really did have a good start the first few possessions. The first few possessions looked nice. The first like 3.
Yeah.
And we made a good comeback right before halftime to take the lead on like a 20-3 run. It just seemed to run out of gas.
I think that was one of the main things is we tried so hard in that first half to catch up that I think we literally just, because of that effort, we probably did run out of gas. Yeah. I mean, and Jaleel had another good game.
Great game.
This is like his 5th or 6th one in a row that he's just had a good game. He's become such a solid and crucial part of this lineup, and he just needs to continue starting and continue on this path. I mean, goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
I agree, and I'm gonna take a little bit of blame because he only shot 3 from 7 from the free throw line this game, and
you jinxed him.
I was the one to like give him the extra hug after the game and say, "Man, I can tell all the work you've been putting in your free throws." I think I was the jinx this game. So,
way to go, Jacqueline!
I will take responsibility for that one. But he played a great game. He got some great and one opportunities. He didn't make all the free throws, but getting having the confidence to make the shot and making it to the line because you drew the foul is
right. Great. That's half the battle.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh my God, he had a massive dunk. He's
been having a lot of those lately.
2 threes this game, 2 of 3 from the 3.
I love to see it, honestly.
He had a beautiful pick and roll, and you know how much I love a pick and roll because I just love it. It's so textbook, and it was flawless and wonderful. And I get so agitated when people try to pick and roll and like roll the wrong direction, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I want to see more pick and rolls out of this team. I think we have the bigs that can pull it off. We have Jaleel, we have Jelani, you know, we have Nana. We've seen it happen before. Like, it's not like we just can't, you know, do it. I would love to see us make those plays more and create those opportunities more.
And even our like mid-range guys like CC, Frank, and Matt, they can absolutely like have the quickness.
They can get the ups
to beat someone and the jumps to get up, and they're still big enough to like battle in there anyway. So loved the textbook pick and roll.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Matt. Speaking of, I mean, he led the team with rebounds. He had 7 total rebounds. Same thing, you know, Frank had 6, Clayton had 5, Jaleel had 5. Like, we were rebounding machines. But yeah, good rebounding. Good rebounding.
We had a lot of guys in there battling
for sure
for rebounds. So let's see.
Matt made a 3 as well.
Yes, Matt had some great drives. He had a beautiful spin move.
Yeah. Oh,
I loved the 3 at 30 seconds left was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what else. Clayton played a great game too. He
did. He looked a lot better.
He had a lot of rebounds. He had some great putbacks. He had a great block. So glad to see that he looks like he's feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just tell. I mean, it was obvious that he wasn't feeling good those past couple games, like because he had been playing so good the minutes he was in, and then like just 2 games in a row, it was just kind of sluggish, and I was just like,
yeah,
something's going on here, like not 100% right. And then that's when Coach said at this post game that Clayton had been feeling sick. I was like, okay, well, this all makes sense now because it just didn't look like the Clayton that we knew. You know, the energy. He just looked a little sluggish, a little slow getting the ball, getting blocking out this and that. And so now it made more sense that he felt better. You could tell on the screen that he was
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was not glad that he was sick. I was reassured to find out that he was sick Thursday because I said during the game to Alex, I was like, he looks slow today. Like, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's
Right. Is he tired? I mean, something's going on.
I was glad to know that because it was not his general speed.
Right. It's something it's fixable. I mean, he just had to feel better, basically. Yeah.
This too shall pass.
Yes.
So happy for that. So like you said, Frank also had several rebounds. He had some great rebounds and putbacks. And at least one of the times I think he got it and really took it back up and got the foul on the free throws. So that was great.
Yeah, he was 4 out of 5 with his free throws, which is pretty good for Frank.
Cece had a great steal right at the end. It's beautiful. That's pretty much my feats of strength.
All right, perfect. Well, I am ready to move on, my darling.
We got to do it.
Just rip off the Band-Aid.
We got to do it for Frank Costanza, guys.
Is Frank Costanza.
With the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
And now you are going to hear about it. Okay, so first I'm going to give my grievances on Tarleton just to get them.
Go ahead, because I have a few.
Oh, yeah. But we'll ease into it by griping on them first. Can they not have a shot clock on the screen? Like, is this too expensive? I don't understand.
Damn, you went right into the financials. Earlier I said that I thought they were doing good financially.
I really feel like I'm watching a high school game by looking at them, and there ain't no shot clock on the screen. What are we doing?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
I need to see the shot clock. That is a problem for me.
I mean, you're right. I don't know why they can't just add that on there. I feel like that's not like a major tweak to the widget thing. Yeah.
If you're broadcasting your games on ESPN3, we need a shot clock, babe. That's my last on that. But we had a lot of name mispronunciations.
Oh my God, thank you. This was like the top of my list.
Multiple different variations on the news here.
I'm literally working behind the bar at the brewery, and this is where I will give my quick I'm sorry to everybody that was at the brewery Saturday night. I was in a mood because I'm watching this game, trying to work, and I have the TV on across from me, and I'm watching it, and literally every time they mispronounced Trell's name, Jaleel's name, literally anybody, I literally slam my head out. I'm like, it's Jozo! Like, or it's, I'm just like, I'm so pissed off.
So we got Joe Sell.
Yeah, that was good.
I was like, who's Joe? Don't know who that is.
For adding letters.
This is the second time we've played a team that cannot pronounce Beaubrun, and they want to say Balbrun. And I'm like, have you never read a Cajun name in your entire life?
Again, no.
Like, you live in Texas.
No culture. No, but yeah, no culture though out there in heading towards, Central Texas. I don't know. It's so wild. I don't know.
And I know Nana has a difficult last name, but the variations that we got this game were wild. We got Baja Siako. I'm like, have you had one too many Baja Blast from Taco Bell? Baja Siako? Where's the H?
Again, they're adding consonants and vowels here that just don't exist.
Yeah. Then they said Boasico. I'm like, okay. Then they said his first name, Nene.
Hit the Nene.
I'm like,
that's
where's
egregious. Just egregious. I'm sorry. If you're commentating on any platform, I don't care if it's ESPN Plus, ESPN, Fox, NFL, Game Day. I don't give a rat's patoot. You probably should know how to pronounce people's names that you are doing the play-by-play or color commentary over. That's like basic rule etiquette 101.
And also, none of the three of them are new players. Like, they were on our team last year. We were in the same conference last year. Have you not, like...
It's bad.
These aren't new names.
That's so bad.
I don't get it. And my
That's so
last
bad.
grievance on the commentators, please don't mention cognitive dissonance while commentating a basketball game if you don't even use it correctly.
Oh my God.
Just please don't. Like, we're watching a basketball game. We're not in a psychology class, but if you're going to drop it, please use it correctly.
I forgot that they did that.
It, like, made no sense. I was like, that's not even what that is. Not even close.
Oh, bless them. You know, bless them. Here's the thing. That's not the time or the place to bring up big college words, babes.
No.
Like, the people that are listening to you, I'm just being honest. 5 out of 10 are not going to even know what cognitive dissonance even means.
Right. Yeah. But the ones who will roast you for using it incorrectly.
Oh, God. I think it's just like with politics. I feel like the hope is that they'll use all these big words to make them sound smart. And then they'll just hope and pray that the audience watching them doesn't know or don't know what these words mean. But they'll be like, oh, wow, they just used a really big word. I don't know what that means, but man, it makes them sound so smart. Wow, I'm going to vote for them. That's like, this is why teaching communications gets me in trouble sometimes.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. Anyway, back to it.
Game grievances. What you got?
Well, okay. I mean, I kind of alluded to it when we first started the game. Like, the statistics, looking at the statistics, the points off the turnovers. I was kind of talking to Jacqueline about this before we started. I mean, points off turnovers, we had 9, right? They had 22. All right. They took advantage of the turnovers, and we didn't. Like, it's clear. It'd be different if the numbers were a little bit closer, but they weren't. They weren't at all. They took advantage of the turnovers that they got from us. It's plain and simple. It's the same thing with the fast break points. We had 2. They had 25.
Oh, 25, yeah.
It's just not an ideal. If your intention is to win the game, you probably need to take advantage of the turnovers that you receive. I mean, yeah, they had 16, we had 20, right? Yeah, 20. So obviously they turned the ball over less, but only 4. Wasn't a huge difference in turnovers. We're not talking like double-digit differences. It's 4.
Yeah.
So they took advantage of the turnovers. We didn't. Plain and simple. Another thing is, man, they had 16 steals.
Yeah.
16. 1-6. Double-digit steals. We had 8. They had double the steals we did.
And I feel like a good bit of those happened in the lane because I had too many turnovers in the lane. We had, and I grabbed on this the last game. There's just a lot of passes that should not be made in the lane.
I feel like this is a constant gripe we have. This has been going on, I think, all season.
Like, there's just certain passes you might think you have a good look, but like if you're going to do a bounce pass at a 6'9" guy's feet, that ain't going to cut it. If you're playing a really quick, aggressive team like this, then you're going to intercept it. It's not going to work. It's a great idea, but it doesn't translate.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we already mentioned how well we did with the rebounds compared to them, so I'm not gonna bring up that specific stat. What I will bring up is, Frank, I love you so much, but babe, over 5. Over 5 from the 3-point line.
He was not having a good shooting night, and I don't know why.
No, me neither. And I don't know. He played for 28 minutes. It wasn't like he only played for a few minutes. He had a good chunk of the game, and I'm not sure what happened there on his shooting. He did well at the free throw line, and he did well rebounding, but 0 for 5 from Frank is just not normal. So that was a little concerning.
And I know I bragged on Matt a lot. I did, but he had quite a few shots that just weren't his normal jam. So I hope that the two of them better not be the next two getting sick, because.
Yeah, and then the only other stat specifically or number that I'm going to really focus on, because I'm not going to focus on much more negative, because I just don't like dwelling on it, is and Trell, player of the game, you fucking kept us in this game the whole time, but 7 turnovers, babe. That makes my eye twitch.
Well, it was a lot, but he did play almost the entire game. So.
He did. I know that, but just when you see it on the stat sheet and then you're looking at the total amount of turnovers, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and that's not usual.
That's not like him. That's why I was just like, ugh.
Ugh.
But he is doing duty as point guard. You know what I'm saying? So that almost kind of comes with the territory a little bit more. But again, turnovers, just all the unforced turnovers just make me.
Yeah, we just have a lot that we're better than,
Yeah.
That's when it's frustrating. We did let them get a lot of backdoors, but the next complaint that goes on with that, I'm just confused, because I couldn't tell you the last time I remember us running a zone. And then the game that we're running a zone, we have a guy who's 5 of 6 from the 3-point line and a guy who's 4 or 5 from the 3-point line. From a 3-point shooter, listen, if I saw them setting up a zone, I was like,
you're a kid in a candy store.
This is going to be my night. And I just don't know why that was the time that we ran one. Because either when they would catch us off guard when we dropped in to guard the post, and they would pass it right back out for a wide open 3, or that we would get out on the 3 for once and then
backdoor. Exactly.
So I was a little confused by that. We had a lot of jump balls this game. Like rolling around on the floor jump balls. A lot of that I think was just from our sloppy passes, and they were putting up a hard defense. And I will say, the refs were really just letting everybody play this game. Like, they were not whistle happy at all. They were letting it go.
That is true. The only other gripe I have about the gameplay itself, you rewatched it today. It's not fresh in my mind. Remind me what Matt got the tech for.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you asked that, because I meant to discuss this a few games ago and I forgot. But so I know I can't remember who it was we were playing, but several games ago, whoever we were playing, we had scored and they had an inbounds, and they had a guy run out of bounds. And then the guy passed to him and he passed the ball in. And I heard multiple people yelling, he went out of bounds. And I'm like, yeah, that's allowed. Doesn't happen a lot, but it is allowed, because after a made shot, you can run the baseline or someone else can come out. Well, and it should have been a no call, really. Even their commentators said that. Matt was guarding not the guy inbounding, but the one who ran out of bounds and the inbounder passed to him. And, he was playing really tough defense, and he ran out of bounds with him and fouled him, and they called a foul. And since he fouled him out of bounds, they called it a 10.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I watched the game. I can't remember what the dang tech was for. Because you're right. It's probably why I didn't remember it, because it shouldn't have been a tech. But yeah.
Yeah. And the tech was simply because he fouled out of bounds. It wasn't that it was like flagrant or
right. Yeah. Because if they would have called that a flagrant.
But even the refs were like, even the commentators from Tarleton were like, I don't really know where the contact was. Like, it should have just been a no call. Like, it was so close to the end of the game. We weren't going to make a comeback. Like, should have just let that one ride. But.
Because you're right. It wasn't like it was on purpose. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't flagrant.
Yeah.
It's just body momentum and movement. And, it's hard to stop an object.
And the reason that he ran into him is because the guy went out of bounds and then stopped, and Matt wasn't anticipating that. He was, like, he was in the heat of the moment. He was just on his guy, really tough, running along with him. He didn't think the guy was going to run out of bounds. And then when he did, and he stopped,
Right. Exactly.
And it looked like Trell's mouth was bleeding at the end of the game. So
yes, I saw that as well. And I'm like, who hit him in the mouth? Because I'm going to hit you in the mouth.
I know. I was like, who do we have?
I know. I saw him like wiping his mouth. I was like,
yeah. Well, I saw him in the timeout.
Who did it?
Holding a towel to his mouth. And then when he came back out, like, his teeth looked kind of red, and he was like using his jersey. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Listen, this is the only time I'll say it this podcast, but Williams and Smith are both really good. They're really good. Yeah. And Barnes played really well too. They're just good players.
They are. These are a few players that we've seen for a little bit now, and when you're good, man. You can't really deny it.
And Smith seems like he's really nice too, because I know there was one time I noticed that he fouled Trell, and you could tell he was kind of like, sorry man, my bad. And
right.
They had like a nice little exchange. So that was nice. Doesn't make me be as irritable at him, but he sure talks a lot during the game, and I don't love that. And I'm not talking about like shit talking, because anytime I saw him talking to one of the guys, it seemed congenial on both ends. But like, I don't know, I didn't like that when I played. Like,
don't talk to me.
Like, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Kiki and chit chat like during a free throw. Like, I want to win the game. I don't want to talk to you.
Right. Like, I'm trying to focus. Why would you want to strike up a conversation about just what? Nothing. What are you talking about?
Like, I don't like that. I didn't.
We talking about the weather? We talking about knitting? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I didn't. I know some players like that. I don't like that. Like, I do not want to talk to you. Don't even acknowledge me. Like,
yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, and I get it. The only other it's no like irritation on our guys on the Jacks. It's more so just like a frustrating, it could have been a whole different story or potential. Literally there was 1, 2, 3, 4 players on Tarleton in foul trouble with 4 personal fouls. 4.
Yeah.
4 dudes had 4 personal fouls. And you mean to tell me that not a single one got a 5th foul anywhere at that time during the game and could have fouled out? That's a bunch of hogwash. I'll tell you that right now.
I know. And Smith was one of them, and Gaddy was one of them.
Yep. So could you imagine if either one or both of them fouled out? Could have been a whole different game.
Yeah.
Because again, like, you mean to tell me that from the moment they got the 4th foul till the end of the game, you mean to tell me they didn't foul at any point? I'm not going to buy that.
I know.
Sorry, not going to buy that. And we had one guy in foul trouble, Clayton. That was the only guy. I mean, there was a couple with 3, but I mean,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Clayton was the only guy in foul trouble. I mean, I will say for once we had less fouls than them, which is like unheard of. Normally we have way more fouls than the other team, but yeah, bullshit. 4 guys and 4 fouls. Give me a break, dude.
I know.
Anywho, I'm done. I'm done. Any other grievances, my darling? No? Okay. All right. So, Jacqueline, let's hear it. What is your one word to summarize this entire game?
Nearly.
Oof.
Yeah, it was just a sad one because it's one of those that, like we said, they were good and they played
good.
well, but we know that we're better. And we had a lot of opportunities where we could have made it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's like nearly headless Nick in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Nearly headless. How can you be nearly headless? Yeah, I agree with that one. My word's roller coaster. And it's not just because the game itself was a roller coaster. I feel like, yeah, there were moments it was definitely roller coaster. Like, oh, we're making a comeback. Here we go. All right, now we're back in it. Only down by a couple. Ooh, we made that big comeback coming into the, halftime and this and that. But I just feel like this whole season so far has been a roller coaster. Like we'll have really good stretches of good games and then a couple really close ones. Like the past 4 or 5 games at home, we've either lost or won by 5-point margins. And so it's just been a roller coaster of emotions the past 4 months. And so, and then losing Day, losing AJ, it's just been, it's been rough. So yeah, everybody being sick, so fingers crossed that we got everybody back on the bench. Obviously, minus Day and AJ because we know that they're out. Hopefully, Miles is back. Hopefully, everybody is feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling funky, ready to go, ready to kick some axe tomorrow night because we really, really need a good game out of the boys to propel us into the weekend with UTA. Because, again, UTA is breathing down our necks right now. Breathing. Literally, here's us. Here's UTA. The gap is so small. I don't want that gap to close. I want that gap to grow larger. This shit needs to be Grand Canyon gap, not the gap between my teeth. It's small,
I really hope that UTRGV is more. I don't even want to jinx it, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I hope it's a less tumultuous ride of a game to give the guys a little confidence boost because, the way that we played the last several games so close, it's that's a sign that we could have been within reach of that win. So I just hope that they take that perspective on it instead of being down on themselves because, they were definitely good enough to win any of those games. Just too many mistakes here and there, and
just small things here and there, and it's a completely different game.
Yeah, the thing that's unattainable or unchangeable. So
exactly, it's exactly. All right, I agree. Okay, so that's about all we have for you tonight. A couple quick reminders. I mentioned this last night, but we do have 2 new designs on our store, on our website, on the merch store. Go check those out. If you're looking for a new SFA basketball game day jersey, not jersey, for Christ's sakes. Huh? A new basketball game day shirt or jacket or hat or merch or fun stuff for your house or your office or whatever it is that you want. We got baby stuff, we got kid stuff, and everybody in between. So if you're looking for something new and fun, please go to our website and basically find our website on any of the social media bios and links that we have out there. Go check out our stuff and go see if there's anything you like. All the money goes to our travel budget. Again, we are 2 single young adults who have multiple incomes so that we can feed our basketball obsession and go to all of these games and go and support the Jacks and bring you fun content. So without that, we would be kind of up a shit creek without a paddle. So check out our new site, not our new site, but our new merches, our new designs. Apparently my mother needs a new jacket.
Oh,
I feel like she gets new jackets every week or some shit. I don't know, but
you gotta have a new outfit for every game.
Clearly, I mean, she's following in your footsteps. I will say she's probably going to be pissed off about the shirt tomorrow. Just saying. I bought Jacqueline and I a new shirt.
Oh, is she gonna be mad that you didn't get her one?
Probably. I mean, what it says, probably not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, it's not like it says like SFA on it or SFA basketball. So
okay.
We'll see. All right. Anyway, it's more us than her. Anyway. All right.
She'll know now.
Whoopsies. So yeah, check out our website for the new designs. Next reminder, obviously, do yourself a favor and go and check out the Sawmill 6-man. You see it scrolling beneath us right now. Go and help support our boys. Any way you can give money, literally as little as $5 a month, all the way up to $100 or plus per month. Literally anything helps. All this money goes straight directly back to the basketball boys to help them. A lot of this money from the NIL that is collected goes to them. And it really helps them out financially because, obviously these boys can't have, jobs at the corner store sacking groceries. They just can't have those jobs. So it's really helpful for them. A lot of them use it to help their parents out with their bills. A lot of them use it to support their parents coming to games because maybe they just need a little extra financial help in that area. And again, it's not like they're just sitting on their tuchus, not doing anything during the off season. They're out supporting the community, boys and girls clubs, doing stuff. I mean, during the season, they're going to different areas and hosting different groups of kids and students at the basketball performance center and being good stewards of the community as well. So it's not like they're just sitting around and we're just paying them to sit around. It's a really, really great program that we are very proud to be a part of. So if you also want to help, head on over there to the sawmill6man.com.
And if you're curious about all the stuff they're doing out in the community, go follow them on social because they do try to post stuff, every so often when they're out and about doing things. And
absolutely,
you can see it for yourself with your own 2 eyes right there.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Last reminder is to go check out My Plates, easy way to pimp your ride. Now I just want to keep saying pimp your ride because what a nostalgic show for us. Best way to pimp out your ride, lumberjack style. If you're a big lumberjack fan, this is one of the coolest and most unique things that you can get for yourself or for someone else in your family who's a big lumberjack fan. Go to www.myplates.com/lumberjacks. Go get a personalized purple, beautiful plate and make all those ugly other plates look like trash on the road. We love our My Plates. We sport them. We rock them with pride. And we've been seeing actually a lot of purple My Plates on the road lately. And so we want to see a lot more. Yeah. Obviously, we don't care about all the other schools. We want to see all the beautiful purple on the road. You can get it personalized or just get it plain background. You can do layaway style so that if you're like, I can't afford $500 right out the gate, totally understand. Do you think we can? No, you pay it off and then you get your plates. So it's really cool. It's a great program. Highly recommend that you check it out. Go check out My Plates again, www.myplates.com/lumberjacks. Okay, guys, that is it. We hope and pray that you have a wonderful night and that we see everybody tomorrow at the Sawmill. Jacqueline, what time's the game?
6:30.
Bingo. 6:30 tip-off. Hope to see everybody there in your purple wear or white. Purple, white.
Thing that says SFA.
Literally, you could wear a rainbow shirt as long as it said SFA. I don't care at this point. Preferably purple or white, but I don't care. As long as it is in SFA logos, I don't care. Hello, Scottie Pippen.
There he is, everyone.
I want to get him a basketball jersey.
I
Think
know.
he'd wear it?
But I don't think so because I won't talk about the cat for too long, everyone, I promise. But I have a little cat harness for him. Every time I put it on him, he just stands there like he's paralyzed and he can't move his legs. And I'm like, you walk exactly the same way with the harness on. Like you can still walk.
I ain't got no legs. Oh my God. Well, that ruins my plan because I wanted to get him like a Scottie Pippen cat jersey.
He's so cute.
Damn it, Scotty. All right. Well, that ruined it. Anyway. All right. Again, have a wonderful night. Stay warm. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think.
Really?
I think.
Oi, I'm not going to be wearing the J's if it's going to be raining.
Hold on now. Let me double check the weather.
Doesn't show any rain for Tyler, but I haven't looked at NAC yet.
Let's see. Weather.
Check it out.
Nagadocious. Maybe not. Maybe that's Friday. It says high 67, low 57, cloudy, but that also could well, maybe it's tonight that's supposed to rain. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, no. It says rain. But see, now, it says showers. 48%.
I looked on the Weather Channel app and it says 30% chance of rain tonight and NAC and 48% tomorrow.
All right. So bring the J's, but also bring another pair of shoes just in case, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the shirt that I got you would look best with your lavender J's.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I plan on wearing my J's too. So,
yeah.
Just bring an extra pair in case it's a deluge and you don't want to get them wet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, don't worry, guys. We'll take a picture and post the shirts I'm talking about and give credit and the shoes and give credit where credit is due on the shirts because these were made specifically for me and you. I know. All right. Anyway, so have a great night. Hope to see you all at the game tomorrow night. 6:30 tip off.
I was like, what?
I need to go to bed. I need to shower and go to bed. It's been a freaking week. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Have a good night, and y'all never forget. Always remember, axe some jacks.
With Alex and Jack.